Minuscule.
I think for one of Faith Kipyegon's world records, he was literally like, "I've stood next to her before. She's a tiny figure," or something like that. It's like
she's
okay,
a
bro.
tiny figure. I know. Okay, now I know what you're saying.
It's just weird,
but brilliant. You're brilliant runner.
It's
I
true
remember
about
also
like,
with
so many of the
Kejelcha.
sprinters are so short, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
The lanky
I
Ethiopian
don't care.
knows how to close out a race.
No. But with Kejelcha, he always talks about the like bouncing stride of Kejelcha, and also one time he was like, "Oh, I've spoken to before. His English is actually really good." It's like, okay.
I feel like that's great insight. I like that.
No, it's just the way he said it. It's like, oh, he can actually speak English. Well, I don't know. The tone was just
These
funny.
blacks are learning English these days. It's quite pleasant.
I wouldn't even. It was kind of like that. I wouldn't say it was that bad, but like it had that vibe a little bit.
I feel like he's the he's the.
He's a boomer.
No, not that. But you know how you see in like top comments on social media, they say, bro just let out a fun fact. That's half his commentary shtick.
Yeah.
He just lists fun facts about.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I like fun facts. Okay, I'm sorry.
See, look, I can kind of get when he's saying like, oh yeah. He also, without fail, talks about Timothy Cheruiyot's forward-leaning running style.
I was about to mention that one.
Yeah, like I get it. He's got a forward-leaning running style. Don't need to mention it every single race, bro. Like, come on.
I mean, I guess when you're a commentator at times, you're under the assumption that there are new viewers every single time. So you have to sort of balance between assessing important information about an athlete, but not drilling that information into people's heads that have heard it 20 times. I don't know. It's tricky. Athletics is such a repetitive sport. So naturally, we're going to repeat the same freaking things over and over again. So I think...
Exactly, bro.
Like, I don't know. It is a tougher sport to commentate than people think, but at the same time,
playing balls.
When you hear really good track commentary, you're like, why isn't every commentator just watching this like how football teams watch film or something and learning from this or whatever?
Oh, like, who do you think's better than the kind of main commentators?
Dude, any Japanese broadcast I've watched is so fun. It's so I'm having a blast.
You can't even understand it, right? It's
no, but I feel it. I feel it. That's all that matters.
I think the French have actually got some good commentators as well.
Don't mention that. Don't give them credit.
Hey man, I gotta give. I just saw a cold reel of my favorite Stan Marco Arop, and it was like Marco Arop, and some French nonsense, but you know it sounded cool, and I was like, okay.
What are they? What's like go or like? I think it's like allez. I got
too much French. Bonjour.
I think that's one of the only words I might know. Wait, where is it?
Bon appetit.
Where's French?
Bon appetit. Yeah.
It's like go, aller.
Allez.
Oh, hold on. I
saw good morning, good afternoon, good night. Oh.
Vamos. Oh my god.
Oh, go on.
We need to talk about Kejelcha's marathon world record. Right.
I have that listed.
I'm going to do... Yeah, when we talk about Kejelcha's record, I'm doing a 15-minute rant about the broadcast, by the way, just to let you guys know.
Okay.
Good on you. Honestly, get into it. Get into the fucking niche little language.
Bro, I'm going to be fucking fuming about it. We're talking about commentators. Like, the Spanish are known for having energetic commentators, or, you know, Argentinian, but Spanish commentary language-wise. Need to get into it anyway.
Hi, hello, and welcome everyone to yet another running podcast, episode 9. We're back. We're whack. We're here.
Whack.
That was the joke. I wasn't gonna finish it. Never mind. I can't trust you guys. No, everything goes in. Everything stays in.
No, we can't.
You think that's the worst thing you've said so far? You think out of all the things you've said, that's gonna be one of the worst things on this podcast alone that you've said?
Well, in the first 30 seconds, yeah, that's probably top one bad.
What did you even say? I didn't hear it.
What rhymes with the last two words I said?
I don't know. I've already forgotten. I'll watch it back.
Oh my god. Anyways, welcome back, everyone. We did go on a bit of a hiatus, sort of unintentional, sort of intentional. I mean, it was one of those things where there wasn't a lot of things happening. So we just kind of, I don't know. We were going to record an episode and then we were like, can we really get a full episode out of this? And then we waited another week. And by the time Silesia and Lausanne were happening, we were like, you know, let's set that as the date. So that way it gives us time to do a Zurich preview and yada, yada, yada. But we'll do some catching up. But either way, joined by me are the two other people that make track and field YouTube videos. Pretty sure I've used that intro already, which are Jumpman and Adam Jansen. Guys, how have you been since the last episode?
Yeah, I mean, my channel's doing very well for me. I recently hit 10K subscribers, so big moment, 5 figures. And yeah, I mean, like, I've now finished all my uni stuff, so I'm basically, especially August, September, I'm doing nothing but just fucking making videos. So I'm having a world of a time right now, but
unemployed.
Being unemployed is so good, man. And it'll last for very long. My rent's going up in Edinburgh.
Jumpman?
Yeah, mine.
I was gonna say, share with the class.
Share with the class. Dude, nothing's changed. I've been training, making videos. Well, I mean, it was great because making Diamond League stuff for me right now is a little bit tough. But it was under 20s, Com Games, Euros. Can't remember the order. So it was great fun. It was great fun, and all championships. So I don't know. It was rocking. It was awesome.
Yeah. No, a lot of good stuff back to back. I think it was just really hard to find a specific time to talk. I don't know. It was like an awkward timeline because some things were kind of back to back, and then there was kind of a gap where a lot of things weren't happening at all. And then I don't know. I think part of it we were just kind of too lazy to record an episode to an extent.
Oh, listen, dude. When there are championships back to back to back, because it was championships, I'm like up so late every night.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you guys just go into crunch time.
My recording is like 11 till 2 a.m. It's like I didn't want to be on. If I didn't have to be on, I didn't want to be on. Like that's the reality.
All right, so I know some of you wanted us to kind of do a little bit of catching up, but like I said, we're not going to be going over every single thing that's happened since the last episode. It just really wouldn't be possible. Plus, I mean, Commonwealths were fine. Euros were fine. They were pretty solid, but we're not going to spend, half an hour on each. So I guess to just kind of start, let's just acknowledge, at the very least, the Tate Taylor 994 1983 100 meter, 200 meter double, which was just fucking ludicrous. I think, is it crazy to call it the best double, U20 double of all time?
Dude, and with no wind either race. Like, dude didn't even get the best day for it, and he still made the best of it. And from memory, he straight up crippled the 200 meter field. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so what are his plans after U20s? Has he talked about them? I haven't really been keeping tabs.
He's qualified for the 200 at World Ultimates. Man, briefly, if I remember, I think he said he wasn't going to do it.
Oh, really? I mean, does that mean he'll just call wraps on his season then? Maybe. Would he be able to qualify for Brussels at this point? He's won Prefontaine.
But how many do you need to qualify for a Diamond League final?
You need to be in the top 10 of Diamond League points. I feel like a win would kind of do enough for you.
You know what? I'm going to Google it real quick.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he'd be running bloody Diamond League and under 20. And Worlds. No, he's not running at World Ultimates.
Yes, I feel like then his season's just kind of wrapped up then,
yeah,
which makes sense.
And he's planning to go to college as well. Actually, I forgot to say that. I mean, he was already committed to Texas Tech, but even after U20s, he confirmed he's like 100% going to college and he's doing education, which, I mean, getting an education while training is always a good thing. I mean, we've talked about the whole Sam Ruth thing between us quite a bit. It's quite funny.
Yeah. It looks a bit, I mean, especially now he's broken his foot for, the rest of the year. It doesn't look great. I guess
we should mention, for those not on the loop, Sam Ruth, I think, dropped out of he dropped out of his last year of high school to do pro running, and then I think that was right before he broke his foot.
I think so. He was recovering from his injury, and then he announced that he was. I can't remember if he was dropping out or if he was just like he's gonna do school and that's it. Because I remember it was like he's gonna finish up his current year.
Yeah, but then he's got one more year. He had another year
so maybe
afterwards, so he's missing his last year. Also, it might, you know, we say dropping out. He'll probably like do some online studies or something, but like, I mean, he has to do something. He's not going to not finish high school and then just like go pro. That's whack. That's crazy. I don't know, very, very absurd move. But Tate Taylor seems to have a good hit on him. He wants to go to college. And I think, I don't know, there's that whole debate of like, you know, some programs in the NCAA just straight up like kill their athletes, run them into the dirt. I don't know. There seems to be some faith that he'll do well there, or you know, it could also go bad. But who knows?
Does the NCAA really have anything for him at this point? Like, I mean, I'm surprised.
Have you seen the standard of the NCAA right now, especially in the sprints?
I guess, yeah, in the sprints, yeah.
That's true, bro. That's where the best competition in the world is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, true, actually. Well, they've got world lead in the 400 meter. What about 100, 200?
They did.
Yeah, they did at one point.
For the 100.
Yeah, okay. So to be fair,
women's too.
Who won the 200? They had a 1963 in the 200 by. I can't remember the guy. No, he only ran well at NCAA's.
Are you talking about the guy that broke 20 for the first time and then broke 10 as well for the first time?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember.
And ran 1963.
Yes, I can't remember the name though. It's gonna bother me.
It's interesting he didn't run anything afterwards. Like, you know, we've seen Ogazi turn up, we've seen Tharp, we've seen everyone turn up. Oakley too into pro meets,
Jai
but yeah, Jai of course. And then this guy just didn't. What's his name? Come on, man. 2020.
What's his name? What's his name?
Or something?
His last name is Reed. I'm certain of that.
Jaden. Yes. Okay. As soon as you said Reed, I remembered it.
Wait, where's he from? Is this the Cayman Islands or something?
Let me look him up on World Athletics. Yes, it is.
Yeah, dude, he's from the Cayman Islands. That's crazy. Yeah, interesting. He didn't turn up anywhere after 1960. I wonder if he shut his season down afterwards because of injury or something. But also, coming back to bits of Tate Taylor, I reckon it's good he shut his season down after U20s, not to get like too ambitious afterwards, but he also ran he ran indoors as well. Like he basically ran an NCAA season, yet it's easier because it is high school. But he'd been, you know, competing since like February or something.
Right. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Tate Taylor. Definitely excited for his career. I think I don't know, dude. That pre-classic really opened my eyes, and then to just kind of come back at U20s and decimate everyone again, I don't know, just kind of bewildering to watch. I think not enough people are still mentioning him though. I think he's still getting snubbed by like the greater track and field community. I still feel like it's Americans that know Tate Taylor, to be honest. His name has not gone out there quite yet, but I hope it does soon, man. I think he deserves all the credit in the world.
No, it's weird it hasn't. And I reckon it's the thing. It's like, you know, there's an aesthetic with running. Like, Powell wouldn't be as big as he was if his running wasn't so beautiful. And it's the same thing with, like, Gout's running just looks, like, freakish, right? And everyone knows Gout is world bloody wide. But, like, Taylor has basically blown him out of the water at this point. And, you know, people aren't chanting his name. And I think it's because Taylor looks more like a traditional athlete. He's kind of built, pretty built already. He doesn't look particularly underdeveloped. He also doesn't have the freakish like limb lengths like Gout.
Yeah,
Gout just looks like a bloody spider on the track.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, how much your running style actually affects things. I mean, I feel like Paul Chilimo, like this is obviously with this stuff, but like he's got a few viral clips of his running style, and like, you know, he's silver medalist in the 5K, I think in 2016. But like, Paul Chilimo isn't a particularly, you know, massively successful athlete, especially for a long distance guy. And I think more people than you'd expect would know him just because his running style is so aesthetic.
I think I've seen it on like shorts or like in montage, just his like relaxed running when he's like training shirtless and crap, right?
Yeah, and then there's the Venezuelan guy, Louis Orta, in front of him who's like this because he's got much shorter legs. He's a marathon guy.
Yeah,
his YouTube channel.
That's all it takes, bro.
Popped off. at one point, and he only uploaded like 4 videos, and they all did amazing. It's kind of sucks he didn't really commit, because he had a good videographer, a good editor. He had a very good media team around him, and they just didn't. Yeah, he just didn't take advantage of it for some reason. I guess he just didn't really care to, which is really unfortunate, because I thought their stuff was amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess we're
getting into controversy already.
Yeah, this is a weird one to talk about, because not only are we late to it naturally, but to be fair, when it does come to these topics, we are kind of going to have the more like not unconventional, but I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm not
unconventional. Is most people are. I think the dominant narrative is, Koech bad, sucks for Strand and Kessler as well.
Yeah, that's like the popular opinion right now. But
is that who he knocked out of like
Kessler came 4th and Strand came 2nd, yeah. So it's like Strand would have been US champion. I think technically he is.
Yeah, I think he is, because he failed a test around that time, right? Or I think he failed the drug test at US, or not failed the test, but his levels were out of range.
Yeah, like he's been stripped of the title. Like Strand is the US champion now, officially.
Bro, Strand doesn't care. He's making his bag, dude. Winning Diamond League races out here. That maybe jumps too far ahead, but
it is. It's fine though. It's fine of it.
There's a whole weird saga with the Koech thing though, because I saw on Let's Run he was saying that he didn't get tested. Or he was saying that he USADA are plotting against him. They got the information wrong. He didn't take anything. Obviously, I don't think any of us believe that. But
I don't believe that part.
There's some weirdness going on.
But do I believe he got kind of targeted? Yeah, target test. I mean, people forget that target testing is not some conspiracy. It's not it's an actual thing anti-doping federations use. The better you get, especially if you have more drastic changes in your performance, the more you get tested. The Fancy Bear League especially revealed that when people like Galen Rupp, Sifan Hassan, etc., were getting tested disproportionately more than any other athlete. So I don't think there was a conspiracy against Jonah per se, but do I think he was getting target tested? Yeah, I think
100%. Dude, came out of bloody nowhere. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's just 337 1500 PB beforehand. So
yeah, and then wins a Diamond League,
and then he beats wins a Diamond League, and then wins the US title in one of the most, possibly the most stacked US 1500 meter in history.
Yeah,
Nagoose, Strand.
So I get it, but what was really bizarre to me was the fact that he got an ABP violation, like a biological passport violation, which means that they didn't find the exact substance in his system, which kind of implies that he was probably doing like traditional blood doping, or maybe was taking EPO and it just wasn't popping up, but like he wasn't able to mediate his blood values well enough. But from what I understand and from my research, because I have aggregated pretty much every doping ban there is out there, especially especially the popular ones, that in the US we have never seen an ABP ban, like a biological passport ban, in track and field. That's just like, from what I understand, unless I logged something as something else in the past, it's really weird. And there's a especially funny quote from Travis Tygart. He's like, this ban proves that he's the CEO of USADA.
Cool.
Oh.
So he came out and was like, this proves that the biological passport can catch athletes and da da da. And I'm like, yeah, dude, a whopping sample size of 1. What a great system you have in your 20 years of anti-doping. I was just like it was just I just feel like it's such a goofy thing to say, because it's never happened before in the US, and we know that for US bans in particular, that athletes tend to get away with a lot more, and that when they do get banned, it's always for something weird that no other athlete would ever test positive for, like in the international system. So, because like I said, I have averaged out the bans between all of the the big four countries, and what is it? Russia's average ban length was, what was it? 3.1 years. Kenya's was 3.5 years. And then India, I think, was right around Kenya's 3.2. And then the US is 1.89.
Yeah, they're doing whatever they can to let them off scot-free.
And they have 43 public warnings out of their 186 bans. That's a quarter. 1 in 4 athletes that get banned in the US get off scot-free, basically. That is that's crazy. That is a crazy statistic.
And the US athletes complain about not being funded enough, all right? You guys just get slaps on the wrist, all right? Everyone out here copping 4-year bans.
Not even a slap on the wrist, just a little wag of the finger. Don't do that again.
Then it would be a slap.
You know what the crazy thing is? Out of these public warnings, if you go to the all sheet for this, I'm pretty sure, I forget if I saved it. I think it was like 86 public warnings. So out of the 2,200 bans, there's 86 public warnings, and the US takes up half of them alone. By themselves, they take up half the public warnings in the entirety of doping history.
Dude, this is already...
Has Kenya ever got a public warning before?
That's a great question. I think so. Oh wait, I've changed it to... Okay, this athlete did, whoever this is. Mercy Kibaris. I don't know who that is. Well, so for my country sheets, I changed public warning to 0, like just to simplify. This is 0. Wow. Okay, so there might legit be like 1 or 2 max.
You say 40 for the US?
Yes, I think there's only 1 or 2 max.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, I got a little sidetracked, but there's your US doping ball knowledge.
Oh, dude.
For the
it's always
week.
Got to come up. I reckon this makes the podcast about 100 times more interesting already. Because that was all like the fun facts, of the sheet.
Well, that was just me reiterating, like, basically my doping video that I enlisted for the most part. But I figured it was relevant to the Jonah Koech stuff because I know Cities Mag had a fucking stinker section where they talked about it and how it's, oh my God, I don't even remember the clip. It just pissed me off.
That's just the thing, though. Just say, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, sucks for Strand because he got robbed of a US title, even though we talked previously about how the NCAA doesn't test their top athletes. Make of that what you will.
They literally don't test
as well.
I don't even want to hear it.
Like I think Mark Erlanger didn't get a single test in his NCAA career.
Yes, he just admitted that recently. That's another NCAA athlete. I forget if it was a race in Belgium or something afterwards. He was like, first time ever getting tested.
It just gets worse.
Can't believe it. And then I was like, oh, yeah, what a travesty. You weren't.
I find it really funny the way he was like, which I totally think is bullshit.
Yeah, he goes, which I totally think is bad and dumb and stupid and that I should get tested 20 times a year.
What can you do?
Don't you think that really sends home the narrative of like, because a lot of NCAA, especially sprinters, will just never run as fast again after the NCAAs. And it's like, well, there it is.
Well, they'll take a year to kind of figure things out.
Yeah, learn the new rules.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's a different system.
Anymore.
It is a different system because you definitely have to. Once you're put in the testing system, it's that stuff's unannounced. You have to learn how to. I mean, I'd imagine there's probably some pattern you pick up. I don't know. I don't know.
It was
how it works down.
It was really interesting. The NCAA has just posted a video of like all the 100-meter sprints since like 2011 or something, or the 100-meter finals. And I was just going through it, watching it all. And while I was watching it, I was looking up all the athletes who won or maybe came second if it was like a big name who won, because like DeGrasse won one year and Bromell won the other. And these guys, all their PBs basically came from the NCAA, or if they after the NCAA they only ever ran like as close once.
Like during the Olympic final or something.
No, like a lot of them would go nowhere afterwards, even though a lot of them would run like 9 something in the NCAA final and then just like never turn up again. I don't know. It's a bit, it's a bit different to the distance.
Sorry?
It's a bit different to the distance because, like, in the distance, the NCAA guys are never as good as the pros, but in the sprints, like, it's basically top level.
You could probably make a good video of what happened to every NCAA champion since 2010 or something. Like there was that guy who did it for cross country, like NXN or something, and the video was
I
on 50.
did.
Oh yeah, shout out to that guy. He reached out to me.
Off-season video. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, through email, he messaged me like an unlisted video. He said, "Hey man, like what you do, da da da." He's talked about like using runner space footage and how careful he should be so he doesn't, get his channel deleted. And I was just telling him, as long as you use short enough clips and you're, using graphics and stuff to, keep it entertaining and that you're not just blatantly using raw footage or whatever for extended periods of time, I said you should be fine. And I said also your channel is, at the point where you're not really, or that runner space isn't going to perceive you as a threat or something, how they kind of did to me. So I said, just go for it and just, make what you want to make. And as long as you like it, But no, I remember seeing the video pop up in my homepage a couple days later and it had thousands of views. And then I come back a few days later and I don't even know how much it has now. Let me see.
I mean, last time I saw it on 12,000. I was like, oh, nice. And then I saw it again. It was 55.
59. Holy, what a first video.
And his own New Mexico.
Anywho, Jakob return, King of Britain, the Norwegian.
Love to see it. I literally jumped out. I physically jumped out of my chair watching that win.
Yeah.
That was the most fun I had watching a race in so long.
He's boxed in. He's boxed in. Oh no, he's not.
The sport's good again.
I remember we were typing in the chat when that race happened. Was I up for that one? I remember I was asleep for like half of Euros because it was at like 4 a.m. But I was up for some of it.
I don't remember.
I don't think you were up immediately. Me and RunnerBoi were texting.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I was up for the 5K then. Didn't care enough, Jakob's return. Watched it in the morning.
Should we maybe save it for Silesia, given that it kind of relates to everything?
What?
Like it's 1500 as well. I mean,
let's just talk about Jakob. Come on, let's talk about him because it's an interesting.
Well, I just wanted to talk about the title because I just thought it was. I mean, man, it's just been so long. At least it felt like. I mean, you guys say how a week or two feels like an eternity in the track and field world. I mean, this guy didn't compete since Tokyo 2025, which felt like a decade in competitor years.
And even then, that wasn't real competing. That was like re-injuring, if anything.
Yeah, so no, it just felt good, man. There was just something so satisfying about seeing him back on top in some fashion. I mean, it was a good win too. He won against a great field. This was not a what do the kids say nowadays? They say plumber. I heard that term lately. They say plumber as in like
taxi driver, farmer.
Interesting.
Oh, like what? Like when they say plumber, they're referring to the
softness
that they're not
of
professionals, that they're plumbers.
Yeah, like they're more so that they're just not good.
Because plumbers aren't soft.
It's like your local plumber. That's like your local plumber just lined up in the Euros 5K. It's that type of thing. That's how bad the field was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I also heard the term burger music. Did you hear that before?
I've heard that before.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
what the fuck is burger music?
Is that like the millennial one where it's like you go into that burger restaurant which has like $22?
I'm gonna stop you right now. You're not even close.
Okay, crap. Fantastic.
It just mean American?
No, it just
what's burger music?
It just means it's mid. That's all it means. Like it's just a burger. Like it's okay at best. It's just super mid. And I was like,
do you guys
okay? Like what a weird.
You guys remember the meme penis music?
Yes, I do. I do remember that. I forget the song. Like I know the song if I really hear it.
It's from like, what was it from? Like fucking Despicable Me or fucking Megamind or one of those types of movies.
No, it was something even weirder. Some weird animation from I don't even know. Honestly, it was
Anyway,
not anything super popular.
Shout out penis music. You guys will get it down below.
Anyways, kind of to pivot off the 5K, dude. We
Almgren. We gotta give some respect.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to talk about the 5K at that point. I mean, Andreas.
I mean, I think I don't know. Yeah, okay. Good. The 10K. He lapped people.
No. We need to like put into context. I mean, 48-year-old European Championship record, and the reason is
I thought you were saying
the 5K. All of this woke sit and kick nonsense. Where people just jog around at their threshold pace, and not even my threshold pace when I'm not washed, like now. They just jog around for what, 8 kilometers, and then they get a little bit faster, and then the final 400 meters is interesting, right? And it's basically a coin toss about who wins. And yeah, it's, no one cares.
Fisher race ever.
Right?
Every Grant Fisher race ever.
I mean, yeah, Grant Fisher sometimes tries, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
indoors. He's breaking a world record, and then the rest of the year he's busy fucking jogging races like an idiot. Anyway, yeah.
American.
We're talking about Europeans here. Sorry, my bad. I just got mad at Grant Fisher.
Grant Fisher just pisses you off. But,
He does.
He's such a nice guy as well. Like,
I know he's a sweetheart. Out of all the people to hate,
Of course, because he doesn't try half of his races, so he doesn't even know.
No, that's reserved for Cole Hawker. You are not allowed to say that about Grant.
We'll get on to Cole Hawker later because, well, whatever. But yeah, and Almgren. So the first kilometer I think was 3:18, and Almgren was like, "On this, I'm not dealing with any of this crap." Went to the front, boom, winds it up. I think he ran the rest of the race after the first kilometer at like 26:40 pace, something crazy. Lapped the field by over 100 meters, was lapping people. Crazy stuff. And we've never, the fact that the championship record is 50 years old shows just how rare that is. And he also beat the defending 10K world champion in Jimmy Grecia very easily by doing that. So
why did Grecia not go with him? I actually don't even understand the tactic here. Why he just went?
He's a fraud, bro. He's a fraud.
Yeah, I mean, because look, realistically, he won his races off of a good kick. I heard he was apparently going for the 1-hour world record at some point, so you would have thought this type of aerobic race would have suited him, but apparently not. And also, yeah, I remember he spoke in the winter about having motivation issues after winning the world title and being like, well, there's kind of nothing left for me in a sense. But I don't know. He still looked like an idiot when he
wins one race.
Yeah, wins the world title. God, what a washed performance.
I mean, you always got to do two. If you're going to win worlds, you got to win Olympics too.
Yeah, no, I agree, but point is, proud run, big respect. Marathon debut as well in November coming up. That'll be fun.
I am pumped for that.
Yeah, I find it interesting he did New York though. I would have liked to see him, go for the European record on a flat course.
Yeah, I don't know either, because he really does seem to like to race for time. He likes to put himself in situations where he's just grinding away. I mean, that's the foundation of his training. It's super aerobic based to where he that's how he wants to beat his opponents, by just relentlessly clicking off laps that very few can hang with. So, but no, honestly, maybe the most gigachad 10,000 meter final. Definitely one of them. Honestly, it reminded me of 2016 Alma Zayana, is what it reminded me of.
Yeah, was it 2016 or I think it was 2017? It was
both.
a world title.
She did it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she broke the Baba twice. It's brutal.
Broke the back of the Baba.
So, yeah, shout out Almgren, dude. I freaking love him. Yeah. That I was gonna say something. I didn't know where to go from there. I just love him. He's just great. So
it's like you're on your loving arc and I'm on my hating arc. What the hell's going on here? It's usually the other way around. I assure you guys.
That's because when my favorite athletes do well, it's heaven. it doesn't, because it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, oh, like it feels so good.
That's right. You do only like 5 athletes, so
That's
I
okay.
give you
That's not true. I either
That's
like
at least 6.
I'm either picky about like really good athletes or athletes who just get dogged, like Nozomi Tanaka or Vashti Cunningham. I love.
Not
Yeah, I was about to
this
mention
Nozomi
Cunningham.
Tanaka.
Like
Don't you disrespect
Bro,
the
actually,
Queen of
we were
Japan.
watching the race last night. What even happened to her? Like, I
Oh,
can't
I mean,
remember.
Yeah, like she did her thing. She went to the front and then died, and probably placed 13th or something. I don't know.
oh no!
Lapped everyone.
I saw someone
It was
say,
kind of brutal seeing like, because some athletes came up next to her and their legs were basically at the height of her whole body.
dude, I saw
That's kinda
someone
brutal.
say that she's always racing she wins the 4.5K every race, and I was like, no, don't say that.
Great 4.5.
It's crazy too,
She's
because
got a big following. I think she's quite big in Japan.
Oh, huge.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, probably.
Huge running scene and running lovers in Japan. I mean, they take fandoms to such a next level. Like, they just, yeah.
Almost 100K on Insta,
Mm.
which for a distance runner, it's pretty good. I mean, that's like that's probably like top 10 on the track, like distance runners on the track, honestly, in terms of popularity.
Nah, you know what it is? There's loads of like young athletes who have got like 400K followers just because of Gooners online. Like they just follow them for like pictures of them in like their race gear.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I said distance runners, like track distance runners specifically.
What
No, but
distance
I mean,
runners we
that
gooning to,
includes
Adam?
That includes the A.
Top 10
Nah.
distance runners you goon to. Go on.
I mean, she's not a distance runner, right? I found out that Lika Klaver has almost 1 million followers, which is just mental to me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
she's
she mocks,
obscenely
but, like,
popular.
yeah, but like it's just crazy to me. And then it's not like her interviews are getting like crazy views. It's just on Instagram, which I think just
Yeah,
shows
I mean-
the graphics. You know?
Instagram is the worst for.
Yeah.
Doesn't
just the wrong type of
Tara
dude, but-
have over 1 million too? Yeah, and she's a field athlete.
No, but
so-
Tara at least like, but she's got like a whole like family gig as well, right?
That's
like, I'm Sure a lot of
true.
it is, but, you know, she's got a thing going. With Klaver, it's literally she's a mid-tier 400-meter runner. You know, who's like the
Dang,
monks.
bro. Mid tier? I guess she's a semi-finalist at like Worlds.
Hey,
Yeah, I kind of say you're mid-tier if you can't make a final. I feel like.
listen, low key though,
That's so rough, dude. That's so rough.
she carried that
Maybe.
4x4. I'm gonna say it. She carried that 4x4.
Wait, which one? At
Euros, the Euro
or-
4x4. She kind of carried. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that because did they have Femke running? I
They
can't-
did.
Yeah,
That was the surprising part.
No, but
Oh, but
that's
she-
right. Bol was running against like Nuam or something.
Yeah.
I can't recall the name. And then Bol wasn't really
You know-
trying. She just like went for the win.
I'm saying, but I don't know, man. Klaver looked great. That was probably one of the best
I mean,
400s I've seen from her.
She's been having a good season, just like as per usual. All the 400 runners are better than last year. So
All right. This has been beaten to death. Do we really want to go over the Werro DQ?
kind of just because I'm sick of seeing people being like, Werro only ran because she fake tripped in the semis and didn't have to run an extra 100 meters. And they're like, wow, yeah, that 100 meters, instead of running 100 meters, she's fucking slammed to the ground. And that really saved some stamina and really kept her legs in sharp form for the next race. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. You don't understand. What she was doing is she was distributing the extra strength she would have gotten from her legs into her rib cage, and that way she got to spread out all of the like energy that she was using.
They're bruising her diaphragm, so she.
Yeah, it's an optimal strategy. I reckon Cole Hocker should try it as well, so he can peak more effectively.
Who tripped last year in the 15? Didn't a whole bunch of people trip? They were all trying it last year.
Koech.
If you mean in particular.
Yeah, and the World Champs, a whole like a bunch of people tripped. They were trying it. They just
Koech?
they didn't execute like Werro did.
Josh in the semis.
Koech was the big tripper. But I feel like there's always some fools, but like a lot of them. I mean, Kerr fell at the line as well, and that's when he injured his calf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there we go. We got people falling you know, getting kicked out of the comp, Kerr hurting himself and ruining his season essentially. And they're like, nah, Werro did it tactically to save herself from running an extra 100 meters. Like she isn't just like absolutely destroying everyone right now. Just, I mean, I'm sure it's a very small minority, but I've seen that comment more than 5 times probably, and that's too much.
I was surprised at how many people like just denied the fact that Werro got clipped. Like I mean, I didn't see it at first. I understand it's difficult to see, but in my video, I like slowed it down and everything, and I was still getting comments saying like, "Well, that's just your opinion," and this sort of stuff. It's like, I mean, footage is there. Like, I feel like it's fairly objective.
Yeah, it was a perfect clip too. Like, I mean, to be that naked to some people's eye, it was a really, again, like a hand slap, twisted a foot barely, and that was enough. It was kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, and as I said, like, I mean, the governing bodies, they're not normally like corrupt in this sense, right? Normally it's the opposite issue where they're like really, really stringent with the rules, and if you like, you know, brush your foot on the outside because you got pushed, they'll still disqualify you anyway. Like, you know, I feel like, I get maybe because of like FIFA and all this stuff over the summer that people assume that the governing bodies are going to be corrupt. But like, I mean, I use Cole Hocker as an example. You've got the defending Olympic champion, and you can say, I mean, you know, you can say that he deserved to be DQ'd, and I overall agree. But from the front angle, it didn't look that egregious, and they still DQ'd him anyway. Like you know, there was no real protest over that. So
yeah, I can't think of many big names that actually like weren't given a DQ because they're a big name. Like they're again, you said it. They're very, very strict, and they're very on point about DQing contact and overstepping lines and false starts. That shouldn't be really, but you know, that's a whole other thing.
Do you guys have anything to say about the like the actual race itself? I don't have a ton of comments. I'd imagine, honestly, Adam, I'm probably gonna let you do your thing because you're just, I honestly, out of all the events, I feel like you're the 800 guy at this point.
Right now, yeah. I mean, I'm the guy, like, well, I do middle distance, right? And whichever middle distance events pop in, I just yap about the whole time. I mean, I feel like I've said everything. Like,
autism.
Pretty much, right? Like, but hey, that's why I'm here.
What are you new here?
Like,
to this podcast? That's just all of us.
Someone doesn't watch my channel. No. I mean, I feel like I've said everything there is to say about the women's 800. Like, that's almost my concern. I feel like I'm spamming the same comments. Ball's looking amazing. Werro's unstoppable. Keely's probably going to be second place for the rest of her career, which kind of sucks for her. Although, I mean, if we're talking Diamond Leagues, maybe Werro was just tired after Euros. Maybe Lausanne was you know, she's slowing down a little bit. And as you were saying, Jumpman, you know, Keely's consistent. So, and unlike Werro, she's not been ripping fast races the whole year. So Keely might have a little bit more left in the tank. Come Zurich days.
I don't think Werro was tired because of Euros. You know what, actually, Euros as a thing was like a great indicator that how good Bol and Werro are, that they both ran rounds and then ran so well in a final. Like that solidified how great they both are currently.
Yeah. And I mean,
but
followed up.
I think the race in Lausanne was just too quick. The pace fucked it up for everyone. And then Werro was never going to run crazy quick after being led through 54.5 seconds. What was that? Was that the first lap? 54.5?
Stupid like that, yeah.
Somewhere around there.
With the wind as well, like apparently the conditions were not good.
They really were.
Yeah, no, that race was messed up in all sorts of different ways. So that I don't think that's her necessarily slowing down. Is just a mix of like bad circumstances. But the fact that they had bad circumstances there, and Bol was just behind her, right behind her. Holy shit!
Screaming in that last 50 meters, like, oh no!
Dude, it was you who told me, like, you reckon she should have won that race, really, if all things went correctly. Like,
did I say that?
Okay, then it's just me. I've been writing my video on it, so I guess I'm spoiling my own video. But like, you know, Bol made some mistakes. She let Sahay, is that how you say her name?
Yeah,
the 18-year-old.
Right?
Yeah, she let her get in front of them and let her in front, and then she had to go on the outside around the curve. She added like, you know, whatever, a meter and a half to her race, and you know, she stumbled when she let her in front. Like it was a bad race by Bol, and she was like 0.08 behind. She should have won there. Actually, she was the fitter athlete on the day, I think. So very interesting. That was my whole crack theory. I was gonna put out a video that day, but I just couldn't be bothered grinding 14 hours to get out a video, so I just waited the weekend.
Yeah, especially because she's racing again in 3 days, and you probably want to say it all then.
Exactly. Then I'll be able to. I won't be able to say I told you so though. So I've lost. Well, I guess now you can because it's on the podcast. Watch the podcast. I told you so.
And she's still got a national record. Despite
True.
all of that.
Yeah, in those conditions, that's
a 35-year-old national record.
Yeah. Do we reckon that Bowl runs breaks 155 this year? She's got Brussels, Ultimate, and Zurich in a couple of days. Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
confident.
think we will.
Bowl's about to win World Ultimates.
Like 154.95, or we reckon it's like actually a really solid 154?
Mid 154.
Oh, mid, like 154.5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Damn.
Dude, she just keeps getting better and better. And it's like your aerobic system improves so much in your first couple years, right? Like, and that's like the last, component she's getting better. She's already got the speed, the lactic capacity,
Yeah. She's pumping her arms a little bit more now as well in the final 50.
I know,
Dude, I get
she doesn't look like C-3PO now when she runs.
I mean, I feel like she still looks like she's not running at all, but like Lausanne was the first time she looked like she was a little bit tired by the end. That's progress.
All right. The Jakob. Do we even really want to call this beef? Because they haven't lined up
over this now, man.
I know. Thank you. Listen, I'm glad you said this because people are like, I'm over this whole, this type of stuff is good for the sport. This type of it doesn't fucking matter if they don't race each other.
Okay, that's kind of true.
What is fun about this if they're barely showing up and they have a whopping record over the last 4 years of like, I don't know, 3-1 or like 3-2 or some shit. It's like, wow, what an intense rivalry. I didn't know I was watching the marathon.
Real quick, I want to interject. You mentioning like how often they race. Bowl has raced Hodgkinson and Vero more than she raced Sydney McLaughlin.
This year alone.
Yeah, this year alone. She's raced them more than she raced Sydney over the whole 3 years. Of, like, the rivalry of all time. The rivalry.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I mean,
Femke found her people at this point because now... Because that's what she loves. Femke loves to compete. Like, she has found her people. Like, this is a golden era of women's middle distance running, or at least the 800 in particular that we're seeing. And I am going to be loving every minute of it. So, honestly, good for her. I think, like, this is probably what she's been wanting for the last however many years now.
To race the person she dreams about every night. She finally left abusive boyfriend Sydney McLaughlin for better pastures.
Well, with the Jakob Kerr thing as well. So I think they're both confirmed. Well, if Jakob decides to race World Ultimates, Kerr is getting the wild card, so they'll race again.
They are racing.
It's also boring to me because
did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Because the news was super recent, so I just wanted to interrupt before. In case you didn't know.
So all things going well for Jakob, they're going to race in World Ultimates. But like, I still think it's a bit boring given that Jakob is clearly not in his prime form at all. Like, that's another thing, because A, they don't race very often, or at least Kerr doesn't race very often, and Jakob's been injured the last 18 months. And B, like, I mean, I feel like it's only interesting when there's like a close rivalry, Like, that's what makes it a rivalry, an actual rivalry. Whereas right now, if I'm being honest, Kerr is just going to steamroll Ingebrigtsen unless he's massively, washed for this season from peaking for London, right? Which is possible, but like, I don't think anyone's,
I don't think there's enough slowing down from that form to like.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
if Jakob is in 328 shape for World Ultimates, that's like incredible. And if Kerr's in 328 shape maximum for World Ultimates, it's like, wow, he's really regressed since, right? So, yeah, it's just they don't. Well, Kerr doesn't show up often enough. Jakob's been injured, and it's just not a compelling matchup. Yeah, in 2027, if they're both racing often, then I'll get excited, and you'll probably start mentioning it in every video. Like,
that was my thought. Even after seeing Jakob in the 5K, like, you could. I mean, he mentioned he had no speed, and you could tell he was janky at the end of that 5K. Like, there's no way he's ripping fast 1500s this year. So I was excited for next year, and I think it's. I know you talk like the beef doesn't need to be happening because they never race or whatever. I mean, we already did. We didn't have it for a year and a half or whatever.
Yeah,
it feels old, man.
It's not that it
Kick-
doesn't
No,
need
I
to
don't know.
exist. It's not that it doesn't need to exist. It's the fact that when it does exist, it doesn't exist in the right circumstances. There's nothing
Yeah.
to really look forward to until either months down the line or sometimes not at all.
All right. Well, then instead you could view it like this. Instead of beef, Jakob's just been a straight up hater.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It's just I started to take issue when people are like, "Dude, this is so good for the sport. I love this is great." And it's like,
Yeah, okay.
listen,
Yeah, I think the whole like Keeley versus Vero rivalry, that's good for the sport because they're
That's
racing
good.
3-4 times a year. Yeah, and also with Bowl like in the mix as well. Like
All in the league.
I'm more interested in that. Like I think if Vero and Keeley started like going back and forth, it would make it more interesting.
that would be cool.
I mean, I'm not saying it would be cool, right? But like, and I think that's why people enjoy the Jakob Kerr rivalry because they genuinely seem to dislike each other. But we've seen one race in the last in the whole history of this Jakob Kerr rivalry, and where they were like both in peak form, and it was the Olympic final where neither of them won, right? Like we saw them in pre-classic. Jakob was injured. Obviously 2023, but the rivalry hadn't really cemented itself there. Like, and since then nothing because injuries and Kerr not racing.
It is so funny that we're like, yeah, these two are the greatest ever, and you'd have to explain to a casual fan, but yeah, when they race, they didn't win. They didn't win the last time. Did they actually ever win? No. It's been a few years.
Has Kerr? How many Diamond Leagues has Kerr won outside of? I mean, obviously his world record.
I don't know. He lost to
What
Faniel.
Prefontaine?
He lost to Faniel last year.
He won the Prefontaine Classic in 2024. Is that it? Surely not.
No, there's no way that's right.
I mean, I've never even considered Kerr the best athlete at any point until that mile run, essentially.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
that's fair. One pre here.
Go on to honors. It will show all of his Diamond League stuff.
He has two, which is London.
Yeah, so
this
free in
year
London.
and free.
That's funny.
Oh, that's to be fair. Cole Hocker has 0. So
Dude, he's a mile specialist. Doesn't he? Can't even win a 1500.
Jakob has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 56, 17. He has 21 Diamond League wins.
He's
9
but he's
plus
a.
10. Wow.
You could almost say that Jakob doesn't run rounds well based off his championship.
He runs around as well.
I think the Olympic.
Yeah, he does, but it's
I think the Olympic champion is capable of running rounds.
I don't know. There's that fourth
he
place.
runs round.
Yeah.
It's just a classic thing. He just tried.
Oh,
he
what
tried
an
to outrun
awful blemish on his resume.
I mean, look at all his 15. Look at how many 1500s he's run at championships, and he's won one. You could. I don't know what else can you say besides, if he's running super fast in Diamond Leagues every year, and that he's not winning when it comes to the big moment.
It's paced versus non-paced. It's as simple as that. He tries to front run everyone. That worked in the past when Chariot was his only opposition.
It's,
Zero
There's too much
draft.
depth now for you to be 2 seconds faster.
but if it's a strategy problem, then it's also a round problem, is it not?
He also takes all the drag.
I think it's a mindset problem. I think I mean, maybe as far as say an ego problem, right? Like Jakob's philosophy is, I'm better than all of you. I'm going to the front no matter what, right? Like you even there's a video that came out a few weeks ago of him breaking down the Olympic final, and he never really said he said a few things he got his pacing wrong. But he never said I shouldn't have led from the front. He still said I can beat all of these guys leading from the front anyway. I just mess it up.
I love that.
I don't think he's really true, if I'm honest.
He only cares about he cares about titles, but he cares more about the swag that comes with the way he wants to win the title. He
wants to win a title in the most I'm better than all of you way possible.
Because if he does
limits him.
If he does do it again, he will never let it down. If it does ever happen, it'll be the coolest 1500 meter title win in history.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's going to happen, especially now.
You're getting dreams of winning a world championship or an Olympic title and a world record, and front running the whole time. That's his biggest wet dream.
Yeah, 100%.
World record.
I mean, he
because world record you need some kind of drafting and pacing.
Yeah, but he's a lunatic. He doesn't think that.
No, he understands the science. No, he talked about drafting before. He literally talked
Oh,
about
okay.
drafting in the interview that Adam's referencing, where they sort of calculated. I'd have to relook at the study because it does kind of cite a fairly dated equation or some sort of, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it basically said that if Jakob ran the same race, like if Jakob was in Cole's shoes, that the energy expenditure would have been enough for Jakob to win the title that year, or at least would have been
So if there were
extremely.
paces, he would have won. Is what they're saying basically, which I think everyone knew. Like there weren't, which is the big point, and he
Yeah.
doesn't seem willing to put aside the fact that he can't outrun everyone, especially now. Like if you've got Kerr in fucking 326 shape, you're never doing that, you know.
Yeah, I reckon it's Loki kind of weak. He should be running barefoot, front running, and winning.
Exactly. Super
what's his
spikes.
name?
Why is he relying on that?
Was it a baby Bakila style?
Well, was it Zola Bud as well? I only
Oh yeah,
remember.
Zola Bud. Well, how long? I forget how long she didn't really compete barefoot for that long. I think it was mainly during cross country and whatever. But when she broke the 5K world record, she was wearing shoes. But it was like early in her career.
Man.
She won a cross country title, I think, though, barefoot. But Bakila actually won the Olympic title, and
yeah.
What year was that?
1964 or 60 or 64. I think he wore shoes or something, or 60.
I feel like 68 is what I remember, but maybe not.
It's 68. There'd be synthetic tracks too, which is unbelievably Chad.
Ooh, this is bad if I don't remember this. I'm actually kind of embarrassed.
Bro.
Would it be on Cinder?
Okay, it was 60 and 64. Okay, I knew.
Oh, marathon. Oh,
Yeah.
barefoot marathon.
Yeah,
2 hours and 15 minutes marathon running. You can see, he's got his dogs out on the road.
Yeah.
What does someone's feet feel like when they're fucking running barefoot like that all
when
the
you
time?
do it all your
Must be
life,
straight leather, right?
I don't know. When you do it all your life, you callous to such a degree that if your feet are capable of handling it, probably just feels like I don't know. It probably feels
feel that bad.
Yeah, it probably doesn't feel that bad.
That's crazy, bro. Imagine like modern day athletes not only wouldn't be able to do it obviously because of their feet, but I think he would have been lightweight, right? Like there must be like weight plays an equation too. More force.
I mean, I'm sure all these Africans could still probably do what he does, like because they all grew up running barefoot anyway. And I feel like what I've heard, it's about what you grew up with developing. Like we couldn't all just start running barefoot for a couple of years and then be in that same position.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay. Also, I do want to touch on the specific comments, which is realistically what I wanted to get into, and I don't know what we ended up doing instead. But
yeah, you had a massive hard on when Jakob said this, I bet.
Oh yeah, how okay, so the comments are I will say he was being a little dramatic to an extent, but overall super based. Like literally he said, I definitely think it's ruining the sport if we are not participating. We all have different plans, but I can never see myself in that position. You just really had to get that in there. He's like, I could never. And then Kerr comes back and says like,
did Kerr respond?
Yeah, he said no one cares about the 5K. He literally said no one cares about the 5K.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did hear that. I mean,
dude, we're talking about distance running on the track, the genre of track that is routinely referred to as boring by anyone who isn't a nerd twink distance runner like us. Well, okay, like me and like Adam and I. Not sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't mean to include you, Jumpman.
Jumpers, rise up!
Had jumpers, yeah.
Like I just thought
hardest workout, 3 jumps.
I thought it was silly to kind of make the 1500 or the mile out to be this massive spectacle like the marathon is or something, when in reality it's just moderately more popular at best compared to the 5K. Also, the 5K, everyone knows what a 5K is and how long it is. What the fuck is he talking about in the first place? Like, the 5K is way more relatable. Yeah, sure, it's on the track, so it's not as relatable, but it was just, I don't know, it was like the lamest comeback ever. I forget what else he said, but I actually ended up finding a quote from 2025 where he said the same thing. He was like, no one cares about the 5K or 10K like they do the 1500. And I was like, I don't know,
I don't
dude.
think he's wrong. Like,
No, dude, go on
the
YouTube.
1500 is more hype.
definitely the case.
Go on YouTube and look how many views like the 10,000 meter finals get. Like some of them pull in insane views.
Wasn't that? Those are like older ones though, right? That's not modern day.
No,
Modern day,
Cheptegei's
like-
win got over 1 million views.
In Paris.
I think for Eugene.
Hmm.
Hold on.
You know what? There must be a huge untapped market of like mass Africans watching that shit.
Budapest, 600K views. Eugene, 1.5 million. Like,
I wonder how much has Kerr's 1500 win got?
I like to see the
on the
demographics
World
on
Athletics page, 300K views compared to 1.5 mil. And then on NBC Sports, 520K views for the 2022 1500. Like,
That's kind of up there.
literally, me when I talk out of my absolute ass is Kerr's mentality here. That is all he is doing. Jakob is at least making a valid point here. Kerr's like, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like,
To be fair as well, I reckon if Kerr went for the 5K and, you know, they had the whole Jakob versus Kerr showdown, like, as you said, the 5K can be a marketable distance because everyone runs a 5K. It's just, you know, I don't think it has the same star power it once did.
he couldn't hang anyways. If the moment they start rolling
Yeah, no,
60,
of course.
the moment they start rolling 61s, he's going to curl up into a ball after 4K and not be able to outkick anyone. Incapable. Get this bullshit out of here. You want to hate the 5K? Race the 5K then. Show how much you really hate it.
I'm liking this podcast. Dude. There's a lot of hating going on right now, and this is awesome.
You brought you
British
brought it
chances
back
of
out of
power,
me.
yeah.
I was so lovey-dovey when I heard Almgren and the women's 800 and everything in
Just
between.
the mention of Josh Kerr's name.
Just-
Just,
You know,
just
you chose
just
the topic
makes my
list.
Right.
goddamn
This is
blood
your own
boil.
doing. Man makes himself angry and blames others.
angry man shouts at cloud.
Oh man, yeah, I don't want to get too much more carried away because we still. All right, before we talk about the Diamond Leagues, do want to give our best of luck and best wishes to Faith Kipyegon, who did pick up, or now we know has picked up a much nastier injury than we may have realized. We knew she wasn't in great form at the pre-classic, and we knew she was kind of like it was kind of up in the air whether or not she was going to be competing anytime soon. Turns out she won't be. The rest of 2026, or at least on the track. So, you know, best wishes. Hope to see her back again. And yeah.
I low-key, I think this is the end of her prime. I think this injury is going to be it.
Dude, that's two in this week then, and Sharika Jackson as well.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that one. That one broke my heart.
That was bad too. Low key for both of those, I was thinking when I saw this announcement and obviously seeing Sharika Jackson just hit the track, I was like, that's kind of the end of primes, man. Like, I know Sharika Jackson is 32. I don't know how old Faith Kipyegon is, but I know
She's also
He's
32.
early
around that
30s, yeah.
range. Yeah, there you go.
All right, Lausanne.
Can I rant about Marco Arup for a second?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. Let me.
We might as well, dude. What do we have to say about Lausanne? There's not it wasn't a supreme meet, so
The moment I
This shit
saw,
took
A-Rop.
the moment I saw
A-Rop.
the pace
Arup,
lights,
bro, look, this guy. I'm an Arup stan, okay? I love the guy. I've been a fan of him for a long time.
He's
You know,
trying to get him
I
in a
said he was going to
podcast
break
and-
the 800-meter world record, you know, multiple times this season, maybe even against my better judgment. But I said, you know what, he's going to do it. I have confidence. I believe in him. He was speaking big before this race. He was saying, I'm in the shape of my life. I'm going to go for the world record. You know, we'll see what happens, of course. He wasn't guaranteeing anything, but he was confident in his abilities, right, after a bit of a layoff. And my man, the thing that we, you know, obviously, the thing that I love about him most is that he is, like me, an even split evangelist. He believes in the even split and its efficacy. He ran even a negative split in the Olympic final, 51 seconds and 50 seconds. And my man decides to ask the pacers to go out in 48.5. That's like, I don't think Rudisha, I think Rudisha did that once. Like he does a few 48 highs. And of course, it's windy. Arup even said himself, like when he lined up on the start line, he wasn't feeling that good, but he had to commit to it anyways. And he tries to rip a 4:85. The moment I think he ended up running himself 40:8. The moment I saw that, I knew the race was over. It was done.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. And you saw in the back straight Wanyoni was reeling him in, Miller was reeling him in as well. And yeah, like Wanyoni finishes strong. Arup's one weakness is his finish. And I get you've got to go for it, man. But like, I find it strange how he doesn't seem to commit to a strategy. You know, like sometimes he tries and runs even splits. He sits at the back and then moves up. And then other times he tries to boss it from the front. And like, I get his experimentation and stuff, but I feel like he's at the point of it in his career where like, already he's figured out his strategy. This is what works best for me. And you know, I just don't get why people like think only for the 800 meter. If I just run the first lap a little bit faster, then I'll have more time to save in the next lap.
Yeah, dude, I'll just, bro. They think I'll just
break the world record in the 1500 meter
I'll just
by running
thug it out.
1:45 800, and then I'll just hang on and it'll be fine. You know, sub 2-hour marathon. How about I just open in a sub 58 half, and then I've got a whole 62 minutes for the rest of the race? Like, no, that's not how we do it. You know?
Dude, I've been there. I get it, man. I run like a 400 like once a season when I was like when I was fucking running.
You're out in
And I'd be
22.
Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking bro. I literally open like a fucking a 23 and then like just
Oh no.
Why do we just forget basic physiology with the 800 meter, man? Like, come on. Yeah.
Dude,
Messed up the fantasy team. You know, came fourth. I think he's racing again in Zurich. The start lists haven't come out yet, but I know Wanyoni's racing there. I think
they're still not out.
No, it's still
He
not
said he's-
out. But by the way, the
he said he's
800 meter
going for it
isn't a
too.
diamond discipline in that, so that's another thing to rage about.
For no
You said he's
reason.
going for the world record still though.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a bad race for him. He didn't feel great. The conditions were bad. He went out way too fast. But like, race was doomed from the start. You know, with good conditions, he's still losing that race because you can't go out in a 48. Just do a nice 50 seconds, 49 high if you really want to go for the positive split, right? So you know,
Bro, so
there goes
funny
my
even
rant
watching
on.
the pacer too, because the pacer had to lead that 48.5 or whatever, and he was pumping.
Yeah, Zaradsky was struggling. He had to stop around 300 meters and like go wide because he couldn't handle the pace. Like,
Yeah, dude, that was a full-on sprint for him. He was gunning it. Good on him.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just such a bizarre move from him.
You know, at 600, Marco's ass was in knots. Like that was probably the most lactic he's been in a minute,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
He probably could not pick his glutes were probably on fire.
Why do you think about Arup's ass like that?
Dude, it's right there.
It's because Adam doesn't know. Adam doesn't use his ass when he runs. That's why he's so injury prone.
Oh, that's a low blow. Come on now. I would never.
Anyway, because like I've been on a bit of a, you know, don't want to toot my own horn here. I've been a bit on a roll with the predictions lately. You know, I said Kejelcha would smash the sub 50. Well, I said Kejelcha could smash the sub 57 bar if he did well. Obviously, the whole Josh Kerr thing. I've staked my life on Marco Arup's 800, and I just, you know, I'm kind of scared it's not going to happen.
Dude. You convinced me. I had Wanyoni picked. I had the budget sorted for my fantasy team. I had Wanyoni picked, and you're like, bro, A-Rock world record. I saw the interview, I saw the thing, but I like just didn't believe it. And you told me, and then I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'm locked in.
Oh, it was a stinker. It was a stinker. I hope it was a bad race. I hope he learns from that. Yeah, there's my rant on the world champion and Olympic silver medalist telling him how to do his job. He'll be back. He'll be back.
And I guess we already talked about the women's 800.
Yeah, women's 8. I was just about to say women's 8. We already talked about. I'm trying to think.
Pole vault was the best next thing. Men's pole vault.
Where's the?
Oh,
Oh
God.
yes, dude. I was pissed. This was like the day before because I don't even were they even streaming it?
Yeah, if you
they
live in
were, they were.
Iceland, then use
Oh,
the
they
VPN.
were. Oh, I think I just forgot it was the day before, dude. 2 people go 6:16. Like what the fuck? I was so upset I missed this. That's crazy.
Yeah, this was a throwback to like indoors when Corrales was first I mean, it's been a strategy this year, but it's failed about half the year where he just chases Duplantis to the ends of the earth. Like I think we cleared 6:16 and then he tried 6:21 and then I think he tried 6:26 as well if you look at the attempts.
That's
He was-
crazy.
Yeah.
I massively respect it though. Like,
he
know,
did it
go for
again
the win.
in Silesia as well. where he
Let me
was just
look
pushing.
here.
I think he attempted 620, and his finishing height was 6 meters in Silesia.
So we did one failed attempt. Oh, okay, I see now. Wow, only missed 616.
Yeah, and then
once.
he tried 626 on the all the way on the left there.
Where do you see that? Oh,
Again,
yeah,
like,
okay,
right
now I
around.
see it.
Yeah, and he tried 626.
What a lunatic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I predicted at the start of the year he would win one of these at one point. He'd jump. I don't. 620 might be much. None of his 620s have looked particularly good ever. But if he can just keep eking out these 610, 616s, Duplantis isn't in the best form of his life.
What?
I
How
feel like
old is
this was his one
Corrales?
chance, though.
26.
I'm honest. Like, because I feel like Mondo's starting to get back into form now. Like 620 is pretty good for him.
Yeah.
And the best chance was this year when he was having his off time, but Corrales was doing even worse actually at that point.
It's interesting. They both literally they were doing fantastic indoors, came all the way down, and then they've both come up again at the exact same time. They're true brothers. They're true brothers. The way they were hugging each other and grappling each other and squeezing right after that competition, it was lovely to see.
You're getting me a little excited here.
Mondo may have a wife, but we all know who his husband is.
Damn right, dude.
Dude, I honestly do kind of love the strat though of, all right, Mondo, you've been winning competitions a little too comfortably. Oh, all you got to do is clear 6 meters. All right, now it's like, now he just can't get off scot-free with clearing 6 meters or 606
awesome.
And just save his body for the next Diamond League. Now he's got to work. We saw Mondo go for the world record in Silesia, which we'll talk about. He looked exhausted. He looked freaking spent. But I'm loving this, dude. It's so cool to see. People thought no one was ever going to come close to Mondo under any circumstances. And I get it. 5 centimeters, it's still a pretty chunky gap, all things considered. But when you have an athlete improving at such a breakneck speed that we've seen in the last year or two alone, you really don't know the exact limitations of that athlete in the end. Like there's just so much more to give. And then when you see the other athlete not pull away as much, I mean, it's just, there's something something to be had there. Even if the numbers say otherwise, something's going to happen soon.
No, it's been great to watch. And then everyone else has been doing well too. Like, I mean, shout out to Marshall and Guttersman and Guttums Sen. That's a hard name. But they've all been chasing him. A lot of those guys have been clearing 6 meters, or a couple of them have been clearing 6 meters frequently as well. So
I think that wraps up Lausanne. I don't really remember much from the men's 5K. Was fine, Balu looked pretty. Honestly, his close was pretty freaking solid. From
Balu's
what I
had some
remember.
good closes this season.
Yeah, he had a great last 100, like 150 meters.
All right, I want an explanation from you guys
didn't win.
In terms of distance. Why are the Americans placing so well almost every meet, and even Butterclety for that matter? But then like 20 Ethiopians and Kenyans are faster than them on like the current like leaderboard.
People don't even with paces, they just don't rip the 5Ks in the same way. I mean, I think also now that you've got Aragawi and Kejelcha who have left, I feel like the 5K on the men's side has been a little bit dry of late. I saw a comment after Kejelcha's half marathon world record, which we should probably get onto actually, which is like you kind of don't realize how important the Ethiopians' presence was until they left, because like they were just so much better than everyone else, and now every race is kind of like, maybe sub 13 if we're lucky. They'll jog around at an all right pace, and then it's a bit of a kickers in the last 200.
Yeah, because it's what it's we lost
Aragawi's in the roads, Kejelcha's in the roads,
Kejelcha. And then,
on the roads
and then
well.
What's his name? Oh my God. Geberhiwa is kind of MIA.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy ran freaking 12:30.
36.
Oh my God. Dude, that race was so good. That's one of my favorite races this decade between him and, whatchamacallit? Aragawi. Or Kejelcha, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that race was so good. I need to like rewatch that.
Even Kiplimo was in that race as well.
What was he?
Yeah, that's where he got his 12:40.
Oh, it was.
40.
This race was so good, dude. This was such an amazing race.
Cheptegei came 9th.
Yeah, well, this was kind of at the tail end of his track shenanigans.
He still won the Olympic title that time, but
he did. Yeah, he did.
I think he's always been a better 10K guy.
Yes. Yeah, early on, he was pretty good at the 5K. I mean, yeah, he won the title in 2021, but he did start to shift. It's no surprise he shifted to the marathon like so early in his career because he's what is he, 25? Oh, he's 29. Why did I think he was younger?
I don't know. I mean, his marathon career hasn't been great though. It hasn't really come together for him. I think he's got what, 204 there. I think 204. He had
I just don't think it translates to some people, right? Like that's always been the case with runners who move up. Sometimes they just don't make it. Like Mo Farah was never good at the bloody marathon.
But Mo Farah had more success than Cheptegei. I mean, he won Chicago. He came 3rd place in London, I think, a couple times. And this was I think it was when the Super Shoot era was starting up, but it was like the marathon was definitely less developed when Farah was running, and he still did better overall.
Bit irrelevant, but I do wonder if they enjoy once they switch to the marathon and the roads more, because I could imagine that road running would be way more enjoyable just based off views and
it also pays more.
Well, you definitely get more money from it, and notoriety. I mean, I think another thing with Farah is that he was like 48 when he transitioned to the marathon. I mean, the guy's still in prime marathon.
Was he actually 48? How old was he actually?
He was like 35 or something like that, 34. But he was older.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess before we'll do like a brief intermission about Kejelcha. I mean, I'll never skip an opportunity to glaze Kejelcha. So
the GOAT.
He's just the GOAT, bro. I don't care what people say, Mr. Second Place. Dude, I took a screenshot. I didn't send it to you guys. I'll just show you on the screen share of his personal bests list, and it's
egregious.
Oh my god, it just looks ridiculous. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. 159
marks from the mile up to the marathon.
How is this legal? How is this a real?
Zero championship golds, by the way. Like what? How? Huh?
I don't know.
What would you say his problem is for no championship golds? He lacks a kick, doesn't he?
He also just might suck at running in hot conditions too. He also could just be someone who runs horribly in the heat, because a lot of championship distance events do tend to be on the hotter side, and it just seems like he never has anything by the end.
I remember there was a mixture of things, because I did a Kejelcha video post sub 2 hour. It kind of bombed, but like I was trying to figure out what went wrong for him, and like I think the conclusion I came with is that like he never had one thing he was amazing at like he never had the thing that he truly excelled at a time. Like in the later years he had really good strength, but strength doesn't win championship golds, unfortunately, because just the way they run, and he kind of lost his kick. And in the early days he had a good kick, but he wasn't the strongest athlete yet because he was still in his early 20s. I think that's just a bit of bad luck as well, because he definitely had a kick in his younger years.
Yeah.
You don't run a 3:47 mile world record without a kick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just does. Like, I mean, I don't want to use the heat as the whole, the only coping mechanism for why he doesn't perform well at championship races, but he just, I don't know, he just never looks good in them. And usually championship, distance races do tend to be on the hotter side. Because, I mean, imagine having a world championship or an Olympics and it's, 50, 60 degrees. You know who that's going to screw over? 80% of 80 to 90% of the athletes. Everyone but the distance runners, really, is who it's going to screw over. So it has to be warm for like these championship events. So I don't know. Yeah, because he just looks weirdly flat. I don't know. His tactics could also be a bit flawed as well.
He's not. In Paris, he kind of became a sacrificial lamb in the Olympic 10K. Like, I think there was also some politics with the Ethiopian Federation, but they basically said, like, yeah, you guys have to lead it out.
I do remember that.
they, Gebrewet not Gebrewet, but Aragawi and Kejelcha did lead it out for some time, and then they kind of just left it out to dry.
Well, politics
pretty
there
sure
with
there's
they had to lead it out. Why would they say something like that? What's going on here?
Dude,
I mean,
Ethiopian Federation politics are weird, man. I haven't looked into it too much, but I've heard some pretty wild things. Like, I've heard and read some pretty wild things.
I know Kejelcha wanted to do the 5K as well, and he was snubbed for it, which is a big shame. But yeah, like, I think it's just with team tactics, and they normally, like, especially just in East African federations in general, they take the position of, like, we don't care who wins, we just want the countries to get a medal. And if that means that 2 of our 3 athletes are basically sacrificial lambs, they're willing to do that. I feel like Kiplimo was sometimes a bit of a fall guy for Cheptegei as well for the Ugandan Federation.
Tangentially, what that kind of reminds me of? The 1964 men's 1500 meter final? Jim Ryan versus oh my god, not Kipyegon, was it? 1964 Olympics 1500 meters. Was that his name? Was it Kipyegon?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
No. Oh, 64 was Peter Snell. Was it 1960?
New Zealand.
No. Wait. What year am I thinking of? Oh, it's 68. Wow, it's later than I thought. I thought it was like 1960. Oh, you know what? It's because Jim Ryan was like iconic in the early to mid 60s as a high schooler, I think. And then I just kind of conflated that with like when he participated at the Olympics. That makes sense. Yeah. So Kip Keino, Jim Ryan, 1968. So fun fact about this race, they basically had a sacrificial lamb for this, where they intentionally had one of his Kenyan teammates go out blistering fast in the altitude because they were in Albuquerque, I believe. And basically it just burned out Jim Ryan to the point where he could not function the last lap. And I don't know if to this day it is, but maybe it is. Yeah, so it's one of the biggest margins in men's 1500 meter history. It might be ever. At least since
2.99 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds basically, which is insane. But I'd have to find the teammate in particular. I mean, I don't know if there was more than one or 2 Kenyans anyways. Yeah, Ben Chipcho. He went out super duper fast, I think.
20 seconds or like 12 seconds behind. That's funny.
Yeah, he basically gave up at the end. Because like I said, that was his only goal. You'll even see.
It's funny how 3 seconds is the biggest margin. I'm pretty sure that's what McLaughlin was winning the Olympic title on the 4 hurdles.
Yeah, it was such a
What do you get paid for that? Sacrificial lamb?
I'd imagine.
Is that a Jumpman video? What the hell?
Right.
It even says Ben Jipcho blasted away for 800 meters and took the sting out of Jim Ryan, allowing Kip Keino to control the final 700. Yeah, like this is like probably the most popular 60s oriented middle distance race out there, honestly. At least in my opinion it is. It's probably the most iconic just because of the circumstances going in, because Jim Ryan was by every metric the best miler, or at least was made out to be the best miler.
Was he world record holder by that point?
Yeah. Or by 68 specifically? That's a good question. Yeah. He got it in 66, broke it again in 67. And then 68
2 years before
was looking to be,
John Walker 1975, baby.
All right,
he deserves it, man.
I don't know what is going to be included among all of that, but let's talk about the time itself. Let's talk about what actually physically happened at that moment in Argentina. Yeah, so 56-51. I think I was talking to someone about like a conversion equivalent if he had like drafting or whatever, and they said like 56-40x. But yeah, dude. I mean, and he did really have zero drafting the entire time. He didn't even did he have pacers? One pacer?
I don't think so. I mean, okay. We don't know because the fucking broadcast was genuinely the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, like we've seen some bad broadcasts in track and field. This one I was raging because okay. If you saw it, the first 15 minutes of this broadcast, zero footage of the elites, zero footage of Kejelcha, who was touted to do a world record performance. This was hyped beforehand. It was literally just B-roll of the hobby joggers, the filthy hobby joggers, going off the start line. No one actually cares about that who's watching the stream, let's be honest. And worse still, Spanish-speaking commentators are known to be very energetic, and, a lot of people like that. But it was so grating to hear them literally for 20 minutes straight just going, Vamos, 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 Costa Rica, Argentina, vamos, what? I was losing my mind. I had my volume turned down so far, and I could still hear them all the time. And everyone in the chat was spamming, elites, 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 we don't care.
I did see that. I saw the chat replay of that.
Even Spanish, this isn't just, me as a, snarky old British person saying speak English. No. This is everyone was pissed off, okay? Every person was pissed off watching that stream. And they finally cut to Kejelcha, and you're thinking, great. At least we can now see the race. And, the commentary was different. It was a better guy, right? The timer broke, so we didn't know what time it was. Zero map, no map at all. No race splits. So it was literally just 40 minutes of Kejelcha running. You had no context for what was going on, to the point where I turned off the live stream because I don't know what's happening. I don't know if Kejelcha's destroying this race. I don't know if Kejelcha's on world record pace or not. And then when I saw 56:50, I was like, right, fantastic. So we just missed an all-time of a race because they couldn't be bothered to put together some race splits for this thing. Like a
FloTrack stream.
I'm so angry. It was a FloTrack stream on it.
No, I'm saying it's like the equivalent of like a high school or college FloTrack stream.
Yeah, but this is a world record attempt, and not even an attempt. Like, he was gonna get it. Like, I think if you knew, everyone knew he was gonna get it. Let's be honest, right? So, I'm just so angry about it, and the fact it was such a great time as well. It's not like he just eked under it. It was like, no, he was like 6 seconds under world record pace halfway through, and then just fucking ripped it. Like, his final kilometer was like 2:34 or something crazy.
Yeah, his final 10K I think was 26:30 something.
Yeah, it was. He almost broke his own 10K almost broke his own road 10K world record.
That's disgusting.
In the middle of his half marathon.
That's actually frightening.
He's found his distance, man.
Kejelcha is finally getting the recognition he deserves, man. Like, the roads it's what he's made for. Being an absolute aerobic monster, being a dog from the front, So I need to calm myself down.
No, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am someone who has always talked about the standards for broadcasting in track and field and road running to, be improved and be more intuitive to follow and understand and whatever. So I'm all for it. I think your criticisms
road running, especially, man,
120% valid.
Because I come to expect, especially with half marathons where there just isn't as much money in it, like, you're not going to get a super high quality stream. Like, this is forgetting basic things like 1080p quality. Like the footage was blurry to begin with. Like, this wasn't even watchable because you had zero context of what was going on. Like, come on, man. You need, like, at least, because when we complain about the London Marathon or the Chicago Marathon, it's like the commentary isn't great, they cut to the wheelchairs too much and stuff, but like, you at least know what's going on for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is just, this was unwatchable, and I'm fuming about it.
Did you see how FloTrack was like, oh, hey, we're going to be streaming all the next few Diamond Leagues for free, or what? Hold on.
On Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime or something?
How's that free if it's on Amazon Prime? That's not free.
I don't know, because it just ended up being streamed on YouTube anyways. And you hear the same 4 goobers just fucking yelling over it and providing the least insightful.
Was it free for you on YouTube?
Yeah. But you know what I have to watch? This.
Yeah, I want to see this. Like,
oh, it's ass. It is.
But we can't. It's only for Americans to see it free on.
It's butt ass.
I wouldn't
would go as far
set my VPN to the US. But I don't use a VPN. That's allegedly.
With the athlete's lounge, so it was like this.
Alongside Andy
Hold on.
Isn't that Centrowitz on the far left?
What? That's definitely not Centrowitz. Unless he's balding and 10 years older than he should.
I swear Centrowitz has done broadcasting work with him.
He did it like once.
What's Centrowitz looking at?
He did it like once.
Messing up massively.
Yeah, dude. That is not him.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't...
Then there's Trey Hardy, who sounds like he's on fucking Xanax. Like 90% of the time he talks, has the least amount of energy ever. I don't mind English Gardner on a podcast or something like that, but she's not fit for like, all of these people, it's literally the nightmare blunt rotation meme. That's all it is. It's just none of these people
know what's going on.
None of these people mesh well. Ryan Fenton, who was known as one of the iconic FloTrack commentators, especially for Zielinski's 10K American record. It's known as one of the most iconic commentary, videos on YouTube for track and field. But he just, A, his energy is not there anymore. And B, he just doesn't mesh well with any of these people. And then when you're watching this, I'll show you. This is what the broadcast looks like. It's these 4 goofballs. And then you just kind of see the race. The max quality, 720p.
720, that's fucking funny.
Like, what the fuck?
Is this what was on Prime then? Is this what people
probably
on Prime?
So is this like the FloTrack? Like, if you pay $30 a month, this is also what you're getting?
Okay, that I don't think so. I think you probably get the raw feed. This is my theory. I think they provide this utter dog poopy shit for everyone on the YouTube site, so that way they're like, oh my god, these people need to shut their fucking mouths. I can't stand any of this. And fine, I'll pay the $30. Jesus Christ, because most of these people don't know how to pirate streams or look up pirated streams or whatever. Not that you should. I'm just saying that they just don't know how to.
I love the overreaction on on the faces. It's so good.
Yeah, and then Trey Hardy, and then top right, Trey Hardy, fucking completely out of it, emotionless. Probably can get 3 words out max. It's just,
I find it incredible though how they're like, we've added these commentators just to make it worse for you to watch. So if you want to pay to remove the commentators we paid to be here, then
the problem is the bitrate is still not going to be great. When I went onto
I wish this is how we could stream the Diamond League just on our YouTube channels. Just have us 3 being annoying as fuck, and then we have the athletics.
We should stream the
job.
I just think this format, unless the people commentating are so entertaining, this format is just doomed to fail. It's just not good. They don't want to see you. They want to see the race. I don't care about these people. So why should I have to...
Bare minimum, right? It should be like modern day streams where they've got like a green screen and they're just like down the bottom, so you can at least get full screen and good quality.
No, I don't want these. Get these people off my stream. You could talk after...
Obviously, this is like the contract they were given. It's like you have to have your goobers on screen, so for one reason or the other. Were people complaining in the comments? What are the comments?
Not really. They have 9 comments, dude. You think this is a sample size? Also, they don't even have moderators, I'm pretty sure. You could say every slur in the book and they probably won't even ban you. Like, they do not have moderators. People will just spam random things and it doesn't matter. It's the least organized stream I've ever seen. And then they'll just have these bots say like, who are you most excited to watch? What's your most... And no one fucking cares. No one's going to respond in the comments because no one cares. No one cares what you have to say, FloTrack. You're fucking losers. You're a loser company who does loser bullshit. I hope these motherfuckers go broke someday. I am tired of this company. Anytime I talk about FloTrack, I want them to go down under and fucking lose every penny they have, so someone else can take over and give the people what they need instead of scamming parents for hundreds or thousands of dollars throughout the years. Scamming. I am using the word scam properly here. They have scammed parents of...
Is this going in?
This is going in. Fuck these people, bro. Fuck every one of them who are responsible. Not the people... This is crazy. Not the people included in this broadcast necessarily, but the people behind the design of this concept and the business model of FloTrack is what I'm saying.
It's so interesting because I just can't get behind because it doesn't apply to me. I remember watching your video, like the FloTrack video ages ago, and it was crazy the quality how low quality the streams were that they were getting the parents to pay for the collegiate and high school streams, just disgusting. It was just like a guy on an iPhone running back and forth. And then it's just like, it just doesn't apply to me. Besides that, I was like...
Imagine paying to watch your kid. you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to see my child run well at regionals meet. He's been training for years to get to this point in his career. I cannot
pay
wait.
$31 a
You
month.
pay $30 and some dingleberry is just walking around on his fucking iPhone 8 and doesn't even know where the finish line is to begin with. It's bad. It's like the problem is it's way worse than people realize. It just only gets worse. This company. I don't think they have done anything remotely net positive.
I wonder how
overall.
much they had to pay for the Diamond League how did they get the money to pay for the Diamond League broadcasting rights? Isn't it like millions?
And NBC just didn't want to renew
NBC
it.
didn't want to renew it. Yeah.
So it was up in the air.
They still would have had to pay. Yeah, but it's not like they paid $5 from like, okay, deal.
It doesn't matter, dude. FloTrack has received tens of millions, or I guess Flow Sports has received venture capitalist money.
Right.
They've received tens of millions of dollars in funding.
Oh, yeah, because don't like heaps of other sports hate their flow iteration?
Yes.
Isn't there just like constant
They
complaints
do.
from
They do.
Okay. That's where it is.
But FloTrack is probably one of the most popular by far. Like it's probably the second or third most popular. I think Flow Grappling and like Flow Wrestling are really popular too. But you can just tell there's no love put into FloTrack anymore. Like just categorically, no love. If a girl loved me, I've done the girl loved me bit like 4 times now. I'm not gonna do it again. Anyways, let's wrap things up with Silesia. So
we just got here. Just got here.
Almost there.
well, I
What's
mean,
that?
where do we even want to begin with Silesia?
Oh fuck! I want to start in bed. Shit.
I mean,
All of it
what
was
is that
good.
to
It was
say?
a pretty good meet.
It was a good meet. That's what I mean. I don't really know where to start.
It was a good meet. I mean, it depends. I think
Good
honorable
start on
mention.
the field. I mean,
Yeah, Nicholas Alekna.
Mikolas
Yeah, bro,
Alekna, dude.
just the stadium world record. Small little thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I saw the 70, was it 71? Oh, I can't remember. I have to look at
Look on the attempts. It was his series was ridiculous. It was
Oh my God, I actually didn't look at the full series. What the hell?
yeah.
Is this the best Discus series ever?
I don't actually think it is. Well, also the Ramona series are all.
Oh, well, I'm not
cooked in.
counting that. I'm not counting that.
It's so hard to keep track of because of Ramona, old windy throws, and whatever this and that. And even then, like Chair has thrown 72s, and Alekna's also thrown 72s in these like half stadiums on semi-windy days. Like I just don't know what's going on anymore. But all I know is that 72-58's like it's like the second furthest modern throw that wasn't a Ramona. And yeah, this one was in a stadium, so I'd call it the world record based off just kind of like sleuthing around. And I mean, I follow the Discus every meet, not like super intently, but
No, I mean, I'm down to denote it as such. I have no complaints on my end, to be honest. I do think just so goofy seeing like world record, area record, and it's not in like London or like somewhere in Poland, Ramona, Oklahoma.
Ramona, Oklahoma.
Like
Hold up, top out of the top 10 throws ever, how many do you think are in Ramona now after 3 years of that meet existing?
8, I want to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9, 8 or 9.
It's 8. Spot on, baby. That's crazy, bro.
Dude, now we just need to see wind chasing for the javelin and just because they actually don't run the javelin at those throwing meets, I believe. I think they do everything but the javelin.
I'm not sure how well the wind helps a javelin really, because it's kind of so light it just gets janked around.
So for the javelin they build. There's two distinct types. There's like a tailwind javelin and there's a headwind javelin. Like they build
crazy.
Yeah, like the tips of the javelins are slightly different. I think it's a little more chiseled or whatever for the tailwind javelin. And it usually makes the difference of like 1.5, 2 meters, I think, alone. Assuming the throw is, well, I guess proportional to the throw is maybe you'd go at like a percentage, but it probably helps like a meter or so at least. Throwing a different type of javelin.
I got a couple things to mention about Alekna. You know, I think I mentioned it last time, but he tore his pec early this year. So he's come back and had the best year of his life. He tore it typically. It was his non-throwing arm. non-throwing arm, but like it doesn't matter. That means fuck all weight training. You've got to rehab that whole time. He wasn't competing for like the first half of the year because he didn't compete in Ramona this year. And then fuck, what's the second thing? I think I'm stupid and I'm falling asleep here at the wheel.
You're like, should wrap it up quickly so the Jumpman can get some sleep.
There was one more thing. Fuck. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
That's fine. I mean, shout outs to Alekna. It's good to see him really pulling through now. And, like, I think he's due because whatchamacallit, what did he place? Hold on.
Oh, he didn't win Euros. He never wins anything in a championship.
He literally didn't win Euros, which was the weirdest thing
ever.
ever.
Look at his profile. Look at his honors. He actually doesn't win. He's a choke artist.
I mean,
Safa Powell of the Discus.
Yeah.
Look, he's got 1 Euros win.
Yeah, his resume is super duper scuffed, but I think he's due. Anything else on the
Jakob.
field?
Yeah, Tambury back at it again.
Woo, woo, woo. I know, dude. I was surprised to see him back at it. I did not expect him to be winning high jump competitions again. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, he's 34, bro. This is like time's up, clock's over, and he's just come back and jumped 230 twice in a row. He's also such a. I mean, we don't need to go into it, but he's a very, very unique jumper. I'll say that much. He's not a powerful athlete. He's not like a quick athlete. He's just a fucking monster.
Women's high jump, nothing to really write home about. Mahuchik.
Yeah, still waiting for 211.
Still winning. I was kind of hoping for a couple people around the 2 I mean, I don't know. It was a little. I was looking for a little more, especially from Ollie Slaggers, to kind of be up there with Mahuchik, but
yeah, actually, I think I had her on my fantasy and she didn't do anything. Gerashenko just got back from like pregnancy this year. She just had a child, so it's incredible to see her jumping so well. Shout out.
Nice.
I don't know, come back from pregnancy, that's always ridiculous.
Quick comments about Kevin at Chippy. You guys got anything? You got much to say? That's basically. I mean, that's honestly, those are my thoughts too.
Yeah. But he's like having one of the best seasons ever. I don't know. I don't know. It's like we're not really paying attention too much. I'm too sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, he was what, 21? He was like fourth going into the last 200. 21-2, 21-3 or something. Looked like he was cruising, and then just
Ripped it, yeah.
Yeah, he just can't.
In the last 100.
Let me see.
I don't want to spoil my whole video. I suppose this will come out at the same time. Not like it matters. I tallied up a bunch of numbers for him and Paulino, and he's literally having the best season of all time. Like he's run 40 in the past 11 months. He's run 43.5 or 43.6 like 5 times. You know, most guys run that once and then never run well again, and he's done it 5 times in 11 months. Like you never see this. This is incredible what he's doing. And it's the same with Paulina, but she does it every year.
Yeah.
Right? She just runs like fucking wicked every year.
She's doing it like excellent this year, especially. I mean, she's run what, 48 mid how many times now?
Yeah, 48 4. Now she's actually ran quite a few 48 highs, but her 48.48 was the fastest time she's run outside of a championship. So I don't know, it's kind of gearing up. Like we'll see what happens after championship, but both of them are having fantastic years.
Well, the way Kevin at Shippy runs the 4 of those, I'm still convinced he hasn't run at 100% capacity outside of pre, which is weird because it was his slowest 400, but it was also super windy. And when you're that much skinnier than, you know, someone like Rye, who can kind of take the wind to his face or his body a bit more, I think that was the only time we saw him run and actually go fully lactic in the last 50, 70
He was doing
years.
his push-ups after the last race.
It's funny you say that because I fully agree. After the start, because he's run slower splits than last year in every race, and I thought, you know, maybe that's a strategy this year. He's conserving more in the first half and then blasting the second. Right, that's very valid strategy. It's how Johnson ran his world record. It's how I don't know, like Watts ran his races, whatever. I don't know. I looked into it. I can't remember the names, but maybe at the World Ultimates this year, he runs a faster first half. Yep, and then we see the crazy time. That's my thought.
No, that's mine too.
Thinking, like maybe it's all building to that like one race, and that would be absolutely wild. I don't know, it kind of all points in that direction to see so many 43.5s this year. I don't know.
That's how he's got the consistency. It's just easy for him.
Yeah, it could
He's
be.
not
It
timing
could be
himself out there.
absolutely wicked, or
He
he's
goes
kind of
out too
fucked his
hard.
year. Yeah, no, or he's fucked his year.
I think he's gonna run that type of 43.5 in the semis, and then everyone's gonna be like,
Uh-oh.
they're gonna be like, it's coming. they're like it's coming. Just get ready. I don't know what it's gonna be. He's gonna run like 43.4, 43.5 in the semis, like he does in the Diamond League. Do some push-ups after to show that he's not tired, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, it's happening tomorrow. They just get ready. He's gonna go.
What happened with Sydney last year?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be just like that. Yeah, because Sydney ran what 48.2 or something in the semis, 48.3.
Yeah. Actually, she broke the American record.
Broke the American record in the semis.
It was like 48.7 or something, but she eased up and looked so comfortable the whole time.
It was so easy.
Maybe I'm way overestimating. My bad. Wait, no, it was.
No,
it was 48.2. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
Dude.
Yeah, I knew it was freaking fast. It was blazing.
Wow.
That's
it's
why.
so not fair, man. She didn't even run races before. Like, she's.
Oh no, she ran a few
her.
and they were all mid as well. Like, and then the championships, she was like, okay, I'll just.
That's why Paulino was so pissed off.
I mean, fair enough.
That was like the rare.
Dude.
It's so rare you see Paulino like pissed off too.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about it while I was cooking dinner tonight. I was like thinking, because I ran a whole bunch of numbers, and so many people are running seasons like we've never seen before. Like Bowl, Hodgkinson, Vero, they're running more 155s than we've ever seen in history. Kevin Shippi's doing the same in the 400. Paulino's doing the same in the 400. Is this what's stopping them from running the one-off world records like we saw in the past? Is Kerr and McLaughlin's strategy the actual strategy to run world records? That you basically have to sandbag and not race and then pull it out, and that's how you do it.
It's great you mentioned that, because the answer is just yes from like a logical perspective. Okay, when Kerr said, oh, I'm not someone who races like this and much, it's my strategy to whatever. No, dickhead. First off, any coach with a brain knows that racing less equals fresher legs equals you're more likely to capitalize off of your races better and run faster. That is not some strategy tailored to your supposed strengths, Mr. Joshua Kerr. That is just basic that's just basic knowledge of the central nervous system. Yeah, if you're not frying your CNS racing 6 Diamond Leagues and, going lactic to the line every single time trying to win, fucking $3,000 because you need to make your money back for the flight. Like, yeah, obviously you're going to be more fresh.
Different between sprinting and distance, though.
But I don't know. I think even then it still can kind of translate to an extent. At least for like the 400 and up, I still think it applies. But I couldn't stand with, he thought it was like this revelation or this brilliant strategy that he doesn't race often. And that it's like, yeah, that's just the type of guy I am, It's just, no, dude, most people can't even be in your situation because they can't even afford to do that. They don't have, they need the money to compete and show up. Jakob doesn't need the money and does it anyways. That's why it's cool as shit why he does it, because he doesn't even need the money for it, yet he still goes out and competes day in and like week in and week out when he's able to. I bet you, I made this exact comment to some people. This is gonna rile some feathers. This is gonna be cope of the cope.
Anyone who made it to 3 hours will be mad.
If Jakob did the same strategy as Kerr, he would have broken the world record by now.
Ding ding ding. Drops the single
100%.
digit percent body fat, gets pacing for 1100 meters. It's over. He would 1500 meter record goes down. He runs 3:25.8.
But Jakob's ego is too, he would never do that.
But it's cool.
Like I always say.
But what he does is I'm fine with that. Yeah. I'm fine that he doesn't have the world record if it means that he respects the sport in the end.
I wonder in like 10 years who we look back on more fondly.
Surely, definitely Jakob. Because Jakob hasn't got many haters except gremlins. Like, Kerr is very divisive. Even his own fans don't really like him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't wait to see my favorite runner race 3 times a year. Who says that?
Should we finish off the 1500? I need to piss badly.
I didn't really care about this race. It was such a buzzkill.
Yeah,
What
you
a
were just butthurt though.
what a
You will
boner
see.
killer in the last 200 meters. Jonah Koech versus Jakob. I literally predicted it at first.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the matchup I've been waiting for. You know, maybe Cole Hocker gets in the mix and it's pretty exciting too. But then like Ethan Strand wins and I'm like, okay.
UNC Blue,
Yeah.
brother.
I wonder if he's racing in Zurich actually, Koech, because I know both Cole and Jakob are.
Like, I don't know. That was just my reaction. I just go, okay. Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy. He's not fun to root for. There's nothing cool about him. No offense. He's probably a
supposed to be
sweetheart.
American dude.
He's probably a
All the
sweetheart,
Americans
but
pull,
Yeah,
out
exactly.
pull out the stats on Let's Run. They're like, oh my God, that's our 5th ever Diamond League win above the 1500 meters. Unbelievable. American distance running is changing the world.
and the other thing is
Yeah.
that I think I'm not even gonna do this again because like my problem is if Jonah Koech won, these people would be instantly calling him a doper and that they'd be livid if Jonah Koech.
Ripping his in.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, he's
cheating.
25 years old. You know.
Oh, I don't think he's
Well.
actually 20. You know, we've seen what those Kenyans do before.
Yeah, because he's not. He's 19.
I think that's the thing with me. So, Mr. Strand, you're just kind of getting caught in the crossfires of people not associated with you that just make it worse. So, I'm happy for him either way. I
Good
just
win for Strand. It was a good win by him. He was.
yeah.
He looked
Oh
really
yeah, he
strong.
looked amazing. Yeah, like it wasn't even close. This is a
Yeah,
crazy
I think he's been
field to
having
be.
injury issues as well. Like, yeah, big stuff. I think all of the top 4 have had significant injury issues this year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's a fair assessment. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It was just a buzzkill, unfortunately. Nothing against the guy. There's just nothing. I just have nothing to root for him about. Him and whatchamacallit.
You know his name now.
Who's the other guy?
This is his law building. When he
Who's-
wins the world championship,
who's the
in
other American?
2027. Oh,
Ethan Strand and I don't even do. Oh, Parker Wolf. That's how little I care about these guys. Dude, he did an
I
interview.
think you're making fun of Cole Hocker.
No, he did an interview at
Yeah.
FloTrack.
I mean, I didn't know which one we're going with.
No, I genuinely couldn't remember Parker Wolf. You know what he said on his FloTrack interview? On the live stream, he goes, "My people," like to FloTrack, and I'm like, now I have a reason to hate your dumbass. Do not ever call FloTrack that again. I never want to hear that in an interview. Everyone else, if you give a FloTrack interview, if you're an athlete, don't give them the most basic, rudimentary, plain Jane answers and just look them dead in the eye. Just give them dead eyes the whole time.
Actual generational hater, dude.
Do not like the average Nico Young interview. Have you seen his interviews, Nico Young? He just looks so disassociated and fed up with every single question. It's kind of amazing.
Why?
I don't know. Like I don't know if he's just like he's just his natural resting like manner is just like that, or if he's genuinely disappointed. But like he just comes across like he hates every question being asked at him. It's kind of weird.
I've
That
never
is interesting.
realized that.
But like he gives legit answers, so I think it's just how he is sometimes, and like after
Yeah.
a race and all that. But like
He
yeah,
usually does
it's
look
funny to see.
notably exhausted after races, to be fair. Like even when he
I mean,
finishes
like
races,
halfway through a race, he looks like he's
yeah, he looks like he's dying. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just how he looks.
you know.
Yeah, he's you know, we always talk about form and aesthetics and stuff. He is one ugly runner, not like physically, like he's ugly.
Oh,
Oh,
but
you should have seen his
when
old
he's
mechanics,
breaking
dude.
down, it is gross, dude.
He's improved his mechanics over the years, but he used to look even worse than that back then.
Well, like when he was in high school. or
High
something.
school, like early, collegiate a bit. Yeah, he was just not a.
I remember because him and his brothers used to get so much coverage from like
Oh, Lex and
TRP,
Leo.
and then yeah, and they had their own vlog stuff. Yeah, they were popping back then. That's crazy.
Dude, they helped me out, man. Fun fact: the Newbury Park video was the single thing that got my channel off the ground, more or less. That was the video that really took off, and Lex and Leo, I think, shared it or they commented on it, and then that just kind of got other people involved.
It was a great video, bro.
Was it, dude? It was like what that. There's no way it was produced well. It was like I
don't know. That's when I was getting into like the track space. Oh, fair enough.
No, I have to.
I can't hold his pee in.
What even was
it? Small bladder, dude.
It was. Oh, I didn't even realize I made a Duplantis video before this, which ended up getting blocked by the IOC. Thanks. Yeah, I cannot believe this video, the Newbury Park video, has almost 500,000 views. It's actually kind of crazy. Dude, people love
They were fucking so popping back then. It's not even just that it was them. Like, TRP was covering them every other week.
Yeah, people just love high school cross country, though, in general. I've always said this. People like high school cross country is low key a much more popular sport than people realize.
You know why? It's because that's when everyone has time. That's like, who do you think's watching all the Twitch streams? Who's watching all the YouTube videos, bro? It's like fucking kids in high school who have 8 hours after school to fucking mooch off their parents.
And I like covering high school cross country. I think it's like part of it's nostalgia, but I think there's just a really fun charm to and Milesplit actually, they've always cared about covering it pretty diligently too. So and Divestat, like they usually do a pretty good job at covering high school cross country. So I've always liked, watching and spectating it here and there. Not as much nowadays, but I'll revisit some NXNs or adjacent meets, and they're usually, I don't know, there's something. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
Because it gets coverage. I mean, like, there is bugger all coverage of like cross country and like anywhere else, at the high school level.
Yeah, I don't know. It can depend on the era too. Sometimes there's certain eras of high school cross country that are just super fun to follow. I think that the Newbury Park one was probably the last notable one, to be fair. But then before that, it was Caitlin Toohey. Before that, it was like Edward Cheserek. All right, did we talk about everything we wanted to for Silesia? Probably. I mean, I can't really think of.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, we have to give a shout out to Seville at this point.
Seville's in
Texas. He's in Texas. Oh, right, shit.
We were not with him, by the way, during our hiatus in Texas. He was doing his own thing, clearly, because he freaking won this race and did not let notorious fraudster Kenny Kenneth Track Spice Bednarek win the race, thankfully. And yeah, I didn't really look at this race from a biomechanical standpoint, so I don't really remember what Seville looked like throughout or how Kenny looked out throughout. I have a very vague recollection of the race at best. I also
it's just over so quick,
Okay, come on now. But yeah, I mean, good for Seville. Love to see him on top. I also heard that this was the first ever time all 9 people on a 9-lane track have ever broken 10 seconds, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
cool little stat there.
I'll add. I mean, it was a good race. He just like booked it the whole thing. I mean, Seville's got like a very even race pattern. He can start, he can finish, blah blah blah. So it was just a win. But Ajayi falling off, or his wheels falling off, as we've been liking to say about the NCAA athletes. He's finally showing the cracks in his armor. I mean, it's bound to happen. He's been running fast since January. And Noah Lyles, where's he? He was supposed to be pulled out a week ago, hamstring injury, and in USA's. So might be looking at Seville with a very free 100-meter title at the World Ultimates.
I'm down for it. I will.
Yeah,
I will not complain.
I mean, that's kind of the 100 drama right now. Is like Noah Lyles not showing up and Seville actually just doming them when it matters.
That kind of sucks, man. Lyles is looking good.
Yeah, that's kind of the. That's the curse. I don't know. Running the hundreds like that, you know, you can only. Some athletes just have a point where they break down. I think for
I know
Noah it's
very
like
well.
9.7.
Men's 400. I just want to give a quick shout out to that. Karsten Warholm just can't get it done against Dos Santos, dude. Dos Santos has the younger legs nowadays, where it's starting to matter. But also Dos Santos has just been in ridiculous form. If I'm being honest, he is quite literally having like a 2022 season type of deal where he looked pretty much unstoppable, but now 4 years later is just still foot on the gas and just putting up these mid 46 times over and over again. So,
dude, someone's going to be mad we didn't mention it in the 400 that Rai Benjamin ran sub 44.
Yeah, sub 44.
Oh,
he
yes.
He's doubling. He's doubling at World Ultimates. He's running the 400 hurdles and the 400. And his 400 PR is now a second faster than Warholm. Not that Warholm ever really ran a good 400, but it's half a second faster than Dos Santos now. So all I'm saying is
beefy.
Rai's going to clap cheeks in the 400 hurdles. He's going to.
All right.
There's no chance he's getting beat if he's showing up with 43 form.
What do you think? He goes sub 46 or something?
I was kind of,
or like low 4, or like 46.1.
Yeah, he'd at least need to match it because he's in the form of his life. But I don't know, he's never ever translated the speed well over the hurdles. Like, I mean, comparative, because he's always been the quicker athlete every year. He's always been the quickest on the track, like the flat. But he just doesn't get it done with the hurdles, except when he has one. But like, arguably, he should have the world record.
Yeah, I mean, Varholm's world record still doesn't even make sense to me to this day.
He ran like a 45.5 that year in the 400 flat, and then ran a 45.9 in the like, what are we doing?
It really is one of the wackiest world records, really, this century. I think in my recent video, I think it was the 4th highest rated mark, and rightfully so. I mean,
13, 40 points or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's valid. I think it's a valid assessment of the actual skill of that mark, because I think for a while people thought sub 46 was probably outright impossible until that like very race. It just wasn't even considered a reality for the next couple decades. And then dude, he just looked, it was just it was like there weren't hurdles in front of him, is basically how he ran it.
It was ridiculous. What was Rai's quote after he lost? It was something like, if you told me I was going to run 46.1 and lose, I would have punched you in the head or something like that.
I actually never saw a quote from him about that.
No, that's a legendary Rai quote.
That's so funny. I don't remember that for some reason.
I'll remember it.
Adam, you got any comments about the women's 15? Daguma pivoting from the 8?
I think Daguma needs to move to the 1500.
I think so too.
You know, she's not winning the 800, let's be real, especially with Femke Bol now moving in. She looked really good in the 15, and like she's got the kick. So without Faith Kipyegon winding it up and taking the sting out of everyone's legs, Daguma's got the strength to hold on to most paces, and obviously the kick. She flew in that last 100 meters. So yeah, I think she can move up. Like I think she has a good chance at the World Ultimate title this year. I can't think of anyone who'd really challenge her, like seriously.
Yeah, I had this sort of theory where Daguma had an oh shit moment the moment she started seeing what was happening in the women's age. She's like, you know, I like the 800. I'm good on all that. Just
she's got a silver medal, right?
No, I know.
She's never matching an Olympic silver medal again. You know, like there's no reason for her to stick to the 800 if we're being honest. Like, good athlete, but she's not, you know.
And I think especially with Faith's effective retirement from the 15, I think this is just a great move for Daguma. This is the perfect opportunity or the perfect pivot to make, and it's clear, you know, from the get-go she's capable of doing this. Now I'm curious to see what she can do in a properly paced, you know, 352-esque race. I'd
355 for her first time. Like, I mean, first 2 or 3 races. Like that's good.
Tactical, like fairly, like tactically sound 355 nevertheless too. That's why I'm curious what would happen you put this type of runner who is no stranger to going super duper lactic, put her out in, 62, 63s. See what happens. I'd be curious. Like, just see what happens. So I don't think we'll get to see that, unfortunately. But
yeah, because I don't think. I mean, now that Faith's not gone, but now that she's kind of winding down a little bit, I don't think we're going to see anyone front running as much. I mean, Jess Hull has realized that if she front runs, then she just fades in the last 200 meters and gets kicked on. So, I mean, the only reason we saw a pretty fast race is that fourth place was going for the national record, and she smashed it. But like, I think part of the reason Daguma is going to do so well is because the 1500s are going to get fairly tactical at this point.
Yeah, and meet organizers aren't probably going to really put any of the pacing lights. I reckon any faster than 354, 353 at this point anymore. Like, why would they? I mean, who's going to go with them?
And I mean, even she's got so she got the world lead there, Daguma, in this 355 low.
Dude, they didn't even go with the pace lights during this race at first. They went with the Polish record lights. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Hunter Bell, of course. Hunter Bell could beat Daguma, to be fair, but okay, you can still collect. She's got a very good medal chance, whereas it would be a shock if she got a medal in the 800 these days, and next year is only going to be worse as Bowl rounds into serious form.
Nah, you know what's going to happen? Dira's moving up to the 15. I'm calling it now. That's what I want to see.
Lillian O'Dira, 2028 1500 meter Olympic champion.
That would be so funny.
I mean, she's got like the length for it. I reckon, it'd be interesting.
Every 800 meter runner just moves up because they just can't be bothered dealing.
Yeah.
They're like, listen.
There's like a 10-second gap between the podium and everyone else because everyone else has just migrated.
It's so funny. Honestly, if we do see one more athlete, even just one more athlete pivot from the 8 to the 15, just on a whim, that's just going to confirm it for me. It's a scary event, man. But I think, it's this year has it's really given athletes a great opportunity to just find their true strengths, which is really cool. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see some wacky stuff within the next year or two, and I'm kind of I'm all for it. So
I feel like for an off year, this has been a very good 2026 season.
It's getting good.
Incredible.
I thought it was kind of.
It's been good the last month, I think. At least.
Yeah. I think the last month has been good.
Great.
I think it was off to a bit of a stinker. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't head over heels for some of them. I don't know. I thought they were fine, but I think now, like, this is what I've been waiting for. What's that? What's the SpongeBob? It's like, that's what we've been waiting for. So.
Did I just remember we didn't even talk about the fraud 100 meter times. Who cares? I guess
the what?
Anymore.
Yeah, the Lockton Kennedy fraud.
Kennedy and SMA fraud, but it's whatever.
No, we didn't talk about the heats. We didn't talk about the heats. We're 240. We've recorded this long before, but
no, please.
Yeah, I need to get a video out, man. I've got 2 hours until I need to be in the.
Oh yeah, your news channels need to get your content filled.
Dude, I just want to go to fucking bed.
That's fair. And I'm coughing a good bit anyways because I'm still a little sick. So, all right. Thank you, everyone for watching. It's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoy our return to making stuff. We actually talked about this briefly about YARP not just being a podcast channel, but also maybe expanding as a collective to making some content that may not be fit for individual channels, but maybe good as a collab type of deal. Maybe we'll even contact some people.
Silly things.
I was gonna say, maybe we'll even contact some people to invite on that could maybe help out, whether it's like a tier list, some goofy debates, or I don't know. We'll kind of figure it out as things go. But until then, we will see you guys in the next episode, which will be double digits. And until then, take care.
Bye-bye.